What is up, Chargers fans? I am so excited to be bringing you guys a Mike Williams film breakdown. I wanted to wait a few weeks before I did this because, yeah, you never know. Maybe it's a one-game wonder. Maybe it's a two-game wonder. Well, after 3 weeks, and yeah, sure, it's only been 3 weeks, I can tell you, in my opinion, Mike Williams has arrived. This is no fluke. In the year 2021, despite the fact that he was drafted in 2017, Mike Williams has finally arrived. Now, I think maybe we thought he arrived in 2018 with 11 touchdowns, maybe 2019 with over 1,000 receiving yards, but it always kind of felt like he was settling into that really solid wide receiver 2 kind of a role. Always Robin, never the Batman, right? And technically, he is still the wide receiver 2 on this team, but he's playing so much better than that designation. So today we're going to get into how the Chargers are getting him involved, the quick passing game, and some areas that I believe that Williams has improved. Let's get into it. This first play is from the week 2 loss to the Dallas Cowboys. And first off, before we even get into the play itself, before everything after the snap, I just want to say that I love the tempo of this offense to get to the line of scrimmage and throw Dallas off. Just look at how much chaos there is in the Dallas defense, right? What are they like? What are you supposed to do? I don't know. Where are you going? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You go that way. You go that way. What are we doing? Oh my gosh, a hike. Right? That is so much confusion because the Chargers just go into the line of scrimmage. This team has no idea. This Dallas defense has no idea where to line up. And by the time it seems like they even get the call in, the Chargers are already lined up. This is pure chaos, and I love it. And the defense has to guess where this play is going. So what do you think? If I had to put money on it, now you're cheaters because you know this is a Mike Williams film breakdown. So you know the ball's going to Mike Williams. But if you had to guess, where do you think this play goes? Other than Mike Williams, of course, if you didn't know that. My money would be that maybe Eckler's going to run this way. Some sort of, outside zone, right? Maybe follows the tight end, cuts it back, whatever. I don't know, something. And, you got the 2 tight ends to this side. So potentially that's where they go. By the way, I'm going to annotate on all my videos now. It's going to suck, but you know what? By golly, I'm going to try. The effort is going to be there. So if I had to guess, I'd say Eckler is running to his right. Well, not only are they not going to do that, they're going to fake a run this way. Herbert is going to bootleg out this way, and they're going to have Mike Williams run a slide route, which a slide route is a route. It's just a flat route, but from behind the line of scrimmage. So they're going to have him go behind the line of scrimmage and then out to the flat. Again, my annotations are going to be terrible, but by golly, I'm going to try. So all sorts of confusion. And, it's interesting because we saw something similar to this plenty of times with Donald Parham off of a Guyton pre-snap motion, but I had never seen them do this with Williams. I don't recall them doing this anytime in the last 4 years with Williams. And I certainly don't recall them doing that in training camp while I was there. So it's very cool. They're incorporating this into their offense, making it more complex. So let's run down the checklist here, right? So number 1, you're hurrying to the line of scrimmage and you're confusing the defense, right? This is chaos. Defense has no idea what to do. All these guys are stuck at different spots. You don't know what to do. I love the chaos. 2, you run a play action bootleg with Herbert, which I love, right? And then you run a play the team has not run before, but at least not going to Williams. Maybe they've run something similar. I don't know. But they had not done this with Williams at all that I had seen. And they definitely did not do it during the regular season this year. And then lastly, you get the ball in the hands of one of your best playmakers and you get him on the move because Williams, he's a very good lateral long strider, in my opinion. That's why I liked him to be their mesh concept guy, just like that play against Green Bay, where he took it for 40 yards, right? He was the mesh guy. He ran the shallow crosser, took it down the sideline for about 40 something yards. Stuff like that. That's how you get a good playmaker involved. So I really like this all around. Once again, and I'll keep showing this play because I love it. KS on the defense, showing run to the right, then left, then bootleg, play you've never run before, get the ball in the hands of one of your best players, easy yards. I think it was only 6 yards, but you know what? I love it. And I was really bummed. I was going to add this to my red zone breakdown just to talk about things they can improve on and wrinkles that they could add to their red zone offense, but I didn't. And of course, against the Chiefs, they run this in the red zone with Donald Parham. Not the exact same thing, but something very similar. And you'll see the Chargers run this a couple of times again, a game, especially if Herbert is bootlegging. Not only will you see, bootleg and some guy out in the flat, but you'll also see somebody, I believe in this case, it's Keenan Allen. You'll see two parallel routes, or I guess one set of parallel routes. One guy in the flat, one guy a little further downfield. It's not really like a high-low. It's kind of like a low intermediate, but still it gives Herbert options. And he tends to go for the low option to let that guy get some yards after the catch. But the high option or the intermediate option is also going to be there. I believe they did the same thing with Donald Parham against the Chiefs. But here you have Keenan Allen and Mike Williams. He goes to Williams, easy yards. Unfortunately, they don't capitalize with a touchdown on this play, but still. So the Chargers ran something similar with Cook at the scrimmage. They ran it with Parham in practice. You saw that similar look with Parham against the Chiefs in the red zone. This offense is just going to build in the complexity as it goes along. And you can tell that this sort of look, even though it's all basically the same, it's a big part of their offense, especially when you have so many different players you can go to. You can do this with Jalen Guyton. You could do it with Steven Anderson. You could do it with, anybody. You can really do it with anybody on this team because they have a lot of very unique pieces. So I really like that. There's a lot to like here. At the end of the day, this play in particular showed me that they are legitimately intentional about getting Mike Williams involved. So let's continue. Okay, so the next play I think highlights some smart football from the offense and from Herbert, and also some improvement from Mike Williams as well. First off, anytime, see if I get my annotations working here. Anytime this DB is going to be playing off of Mike Williams and giving him this much room, and he's actually going to backpedal and move back just a little bit more before the snap. Anytime that DB is playing off the receiver, typically 1st and 10 or 3rd and short, Herbert is going to go at him. Herbert picked on Davis and Samuel Jr. at the scrimmage because they were just playing off a bit. And it's very hard to get around Mike Williams to break this ball up. So, the DB plays off. You'll see Guyton here actually motion over a little bit to bring the DB with him, or another DB with him. And everyone's kind of like, okay, we're all accounted for. Oh, crap, we left a guy by himself over here. Dallas did not communicate that very well. You'll see them kind of freak out half a second. You'll see, I think, the safety roll over and go, oh, crap, I need to go help my guy. But it's too late. The DB is off. Guyton motions. They realize they need to help their guy out. And then Herbert just chucks it to Williams. And before we get into this, I just want to point out why I like the idea of the quick game and what they're doing here with situations like this. But in general, whether it's, just this or the slants or whatever, with Herbert, you see him take 3 steps here, or at least no more than 3 steps. With him firing it to Williams so quickly, not only is this, the quick game, but it's also intentional. Attack the stupidity of the defense, because the quick game is a great way to get an easy completion, give your offensive line a break, right? Storm Norton's in this game. This is a great way to give him a break. And it's also a great way to get your players on the move. You saw that in the last play, get Mike Williams on the move, and this play, get Williams the ball and let him get on the move. Get Williams or Allen or Guyton or whatever on the move, because those guys can pick up yards after the catch. And usually that was more of an Allen thing, but Williams, I think, has developed into a vertical shifty yards after the catch guy that I don't remember seeing much of him prior, because it's like an entirely new skill set, and it pays off here because he makes 2 guys miss en route to, this is their only red zone touchdown that counted of the day. So I love that. And again, I just think that this is something that we're not used to seeing from Mike Williams. I've seen him run past guys, again, laterally, long striding, kind of like the last play. But I just don't recall him having this. I have the ball in my hands. I'm going to make subtle moves to get around you and multiple guys. So for him to be this nimble and also that big, that's big stuff. So I really like that. Again, it feels like it's a brand new skill set because we just didn't get to see him do this much, if ever, in the old offense. Third play of this breakdown, Williams at the top of the screen here. It's a very similar idea to the last play. The DB you're going to see is going to play off of Williams. Let me get my annotation up. So the DB is going to play a little bit off of Williams here. And, Herbert, once again, doesn't take more than 3 steps, and he's just going to fire it to Williams. And then you kind of note Keenan Allen. I don't know if this is kind of the idea. I believe this is part of the idea. But Keenan Allen's going to run his slant, and it's going to clear out space for Williams to work running his own slant. And later in the game, in the fourth quarter, Jalen Guyton did this for Keenan by running a slant to get Allen open, I think on like a kind of like an angle sort of route out of bunch trips to the left. And that gave Keenan Allen the first down. If you saw Jalen Guyton wide open on that one slant and you're wondering why it didn't go to him, it's because Guyton's whole job was to clear out to get Allen the ball. So I think this is kind of similar here, right? Because again, you got one guy here, one guy here. Allen commands a lot of attention. He's going to take his guy this way, and Williams is all by himself over here. DB plays off. Herbert sees it. Step, throw, right? He's not going through his reads. He doesn't have to. As soon as that guy's playing off, he's going to Williams, right? And then, once again, you see that kind of vertical shiftiness that I don't remember seeing from Williams. And it's mostly because, his yards came on jump balls. But this offense, their intention is to get your best players the football, but get them on the move and let them pick up yards in a way that is safer for their bodies, particularly for Mike Williams. Okay, fourth play here. Look, you can't be a slant boy forever, right? Well, wrong. Look, if Williams is going to have this kind of release and throw press off of him like it's nothing, it's game over. Williams was thrown slants all game long. So they try to play a little bit closer. All right, and maybe slow Williams down, redirect him to the inside for, with a little bit of safety help over here. But the problem is Mike Williams is really big and he's very strong. He's a big freaking dude. I mean, Mike Williams is standing at a 45-degree angle here. Not really, but his body is angled at a 45-degree angle, and he's still taller than this defensive back, so the DB has no chance. And then I love the way, I'll play the play real fast. Just excuse me. Right. And I love the way he gets the ball, gets the first down, and goes down, protecting his body again. I don't need him. The offense did not need him to break through 4 tackles and try to go for the end zone. No, just get your first down. Be smart, be intentional, get that first down, right? And I love it. Protect your body. Great release from him. Let's watch it one more time. A different kind of release than we'll see in just a little bit. All right, Jace, you want to put your hands on me? That's fine. Excuse me. You want to give me that inside? That's just fine. And I don't really know why they give him the inside on this one. Like, the corner really seems to want to give him the inside. I guess he has safety help, but I don't know. Okay, so this last one, this is the sickest release I've seen from Williams all year. Just the hands, the feet, the hard step to the inside, and being able to explode out of it to roast the defender. That's Keenan Allen and Mike Williams' body. And, when you have to respect what Mike Williams can do as a receiver who can actually run slants, you can't always guess where he's going. In my opinion, Mike Williams earns this touchdown here because he beat the corners on slants all game. And so all that hard work pays off to the end here because you have to respect more than just his vertical game. You have to respect his everything the inside now. Now Mike Williams can do, again, I think that he does really, really well, which is win vertically as well. So it's just everything here. Just close your eyes and imagine that Keenan Allen play from 2018, week 1. It was about like the 22-yard line or whatever it was, but very close to this, very similar situation. And he gets a touchdown. Again, great release off the line. He throws his hand up. He knows he's open. Easy touchdown. I love it. This right here, and I'll play this a couple of times. This is very different. That is not Mike Williams of the last few years. This is different. And you know what? Maybe in practice, maybe he was killing it through all these years. And then when it came time to go game time, they would have him do go routes. And maybe that's just, maybe we just never saw it. And because it was always in practice. But man, like I even feel like if you watch some of the stuff from last year, and I tried to watch some of the stuff from him, it just didn't look like this. So, kudos to, Williams, who has launched himself into really superstardom through 3 weeks. I got to hand it to the coaching staff as well for letting him express his talent in a way that the previous coaching staff never did, and keep him safe in a way that the previous staff never did. Because Williams can do all of this that I'm showing right now all game long. He's not taking hard hits. He's not falling hard from a high point catch for the 5th time that game, right? He's winning because he's a great receiver. Mike Williams has arrived. I cannot wait to watch him for the rest of the year. And as someone who doubted him and thought that he would not get an extension from the team, mostly because of the injuries more than anything. But, as someone who doubted him, I got to say, he looks like a superstar. He's absolutely arrived. And I'm so proud of the way he's developed. And I'm proud of this coaching staff for getting him to this point. So that's it for me, guys. I hope you enjoyed this. It's just a small glimpse of what Williams has been doing, what this offense has been doing to get him involved. I had a lot of fun just watching just these few plays. I can't wait to watch him ball out for the rest of the year. All right, guys, let me know what you think in the comment section. And as always, bolt up.